They thought they could bully him. The HOA demanded that he hand over the lake by his home. What they didn't know was that he didn't just live near the lake. He owned it. And what happened when he revealed the truth turned the entire neighborhood upside down. This story isn't about water. It's about control, respect, and what happens when arrogance collides with reality. It happened in a suburban lakeside community. Perfect lawns, expensive boats, and a homeowners association that believed it controlled everything. Then came Jordan, a hardworking man, proud father, and someone who had finally saved enough to buy a beautiful home by the water. But what no one expected was that Jordan didn't just buy a house. He bought the land that stretched into the lake, and that lake would become the battleground. Jordan had dreamed of lake life for years. Mornings fishing, evenings kayaking, weekends with his kids swimming off the dock. When the property went up for sale, he grabbed it. The paperwork was thick, but one detail stood out. The deed included rights to a large section of the lake and the docks attached to it. Jordan didn't think much of it at first. To him, it was just part of the deal. But to the HOA, it was everything. The HOA board, led by Karen, saw the lake as theirs. They collected fees, issued permits, and even fined neighbors for dock use. They thought they ran the show. Until Jordan moved in. It started small. The HOA president, Karen, showed up at Jordan's door. Clipboard in hand. "Welcome," she said, smiling tightly. "Just to let you know, the lake is community property. You'll need to pay fees for dock access." Jordan frowned. "Actually, my deed says otherwise. The section of the lake behind my home and the docks are mine." Karen's smile vanished. "That's impossible. The HOA controls the lake." Jordan handed her a copy of the deed. She skimmed it, her eyes narrowing. "Well," she snapped, "we'll review this, but don't get too comfortable." Days later, Jordan received his first violation notice. Unauthorized dock use. Then another. Improper boat storage. And another. Failure to pay lake maintenance fees. It was harassment. The HOA was trying to break him down. Jordan went to the next board meeting, documents in hand. He explained again. His deed gave him ownership. The HOA didn't control his property, but Karen pounded the table. "If we let you get away with this, what's next? Everyone will think they can do what they want." "The lake belongs to the community." Jordan's reply was calm but firm. "No, this part of the lake belongs to me." The HOA escalated. They sent letters threatening lawsuits. They tried to fine him thousands of dollars. They even told neighbors to stop speaking with him. But Jordan didn't bend. Instead, he hired a property attorney. Together, they dug deeper into the original plats and titles. What they uncovered shocked even Jordan. The HOA had been charging the entire neighborhood for years for dock access, fees they had no legal right to collect. The docks were built on land Jordan now owned. The HOA wasn't just wrong. They had been running a scam. The final straw came on a Saturday. Jordan was out fishing when HOA members marched onto his dock. They posted signs, "Property of HOA, unauthorized use prohibited." Jordan pulled out his phone and filmed. Calmly, he told them, "This is trespassing. This dock is mine. Leave now," Karen sneered. "We'll take this to court. You'll regret fighting us." Jordan smiled slightly. "I was hoping you'd say that." Weeks later, the case went to court. The HOA arrived with binders and their lawyer. Jordan arrived with his attorney, holding the original land deeds. The judge listened as the HOA claimed the lake was common property. Then Jordan's lawyer presented the deeds. Clear language. Recorded titles. Full ownership rights to the lake section and the docks. The courtroom fell silent. The judge leaned forward. "Mr. Jordan is the rightful owner. The HOA has no authority here. In fact, the HOA is ordered to repay all fees collected for dock use in the past 10 years. Gasps filled the room. The HOA had just lost everything. Word spread fast. Neighbors were furious. They realized they had been paying thousands of dollars for nothing. Demands for refunds poured in. The HOA board was dismantled. Karen resigned in disgrace. But the twist? Jordan didn't kick everyone off his lake. He could have. He could have shut it down, locked the docks, and enjoyed it alone. Instead, he invited the neighbors over. He said, "The lake is for everyone to enjoy, but not under lies, not under threats. From now on, there are no fees. Just respect," the neighbors cheered. For the first time, they saw who Jordan really was, not a threat. not an outsider, but a protector of the community's trust. A month later, Jordan received a letter, not from the HOA but from the state. Because of his deed ownership, he was eligible for additional tax credits and grants to improve the lake. He used the funds to repair docks, clean the water, and even build a small playground by the shore. The very thing the HOA claimed to manage, Jordan managed better, legally and with heart, and Karen. She moved out. Rumor was she couldn't stand living near the man who had exposed her. Respect isn't demanded by titles or HOA boards. It's earned by honesty, fairness, and courage. The HOA thought they controlled the lake. They thought they controlled Jordan. But they learned that power built on lies will always sink, and one man armed with truth and patience can turn a lake into something greater than ownership. He can turn it into freedom.